Hello, Aquarius. How you doing? Have a good weekend? I hope so. Lovely to see you again, to meet up here. See what kind of energies are coming towards you. So this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. You got Aquarius anywhere in your chart. It's for you. And just to keep you on tabs with what's been going on, I started using some different cards about was it Wednesday last week. I just got this message, the cards I've been using, those messages are done, it's time to go on to something new. I don't know how long that's gonna last. Like, I just got the message, so I'm like, okay. So we have a whole bunch of oracle decks. We only have one tarot deck, and we got some really deep, interesting, cool messages just through spirit. I'm not asking anything. I'm just like shuffling, seeing what cards come out, and that's sort of like a deeper spiritual message for you right now. Yeah, so that's where we stand. And this is like the last week in July. Last week in July to first week in August, because it's sort of a split. Man, time is flying. But you know what? This video is for you whenever you find it. There's a message here if you just decided to click. Now, I'm shuffling here and I keep getting this card as I keep shuffling. Take flight. So there's probably something in this for you guys. Something you need to take flight with. You need to just go, baby. And it's surfacing. Nice colors, huh? So I'm going to shuffle and see what comes out of this wonderful, beautiful deck. This deck is called Return of Spirit. So in case you're wondering, I'm saying that now. So don't ask me in the comments because I don't have to type it all out. I'm going to tell you what each deck is. I'm going to tell you now. Return to Spirit. Mystical Shaman Oracle deck. Tarot of Dreams. Fairies Oracle. Fairies is F-A-E-R-I-E-S. I guess that's the English spelling. Or it's just, I don't know if that's how you really spell fairies. It's been a while. I was helping my son with his grade 3 math the other day. So we have like these workbooks. So I keep him doing a little bit of work. He does a little bit of work over the summer so that he can earn computer time. And it was, oh shoot, what was the terms? I'm really bad at math. I'm intuitive, I'm not mathy. A congruent shape. So I'm looking at this and I'm like, I don't know, what does that mean? What is a congruent shape? And he's like, Mom, it means it's like the same shape, but it could be just, you know, on a different angle or something. I'm like, well, why don't they just say that? They have to make up a new word. So I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, oh yeah, spelling and that. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so. Yeah, stay in school, kids. You don't want to end up like me. All right, here we go. What messages are Spirit going to bring? Oh, by the way, hi, I'm Cindy. It's going to be kind of like this throughout most of the video, just in case you've never been here before. Thank you for joining us if you haven't. And thanks for coming back if you have. So apparently I didn't like totally bore you. Okay, we are shuffling it out. Ooh, what did we get here? Ooh, mediumship. Ooh, interesting. Oh, I feel like this is like, this is Spirit. So this is Spirit talking to us. I'm good. Let's see what else comes out with it. Let's see what else comes out with this mediumship card. Ooh, it's really glowing and resonating, like. And it's a butterfly too. Manifest. You are manifesting something. This mediumship. These have been on a deeper spiritual level for the most part with the signs since I started Wednesday. Well, there was only 3. So half of them last week had this. So it was like Leo, who do I do? Leo, Virgo, Libra, Scorpio, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. So you guys are the first ones getting into this deeper spiritual cards for this turnaround. But it's just feeling like manifesting like a mediumship, like something that you would really like to do with your life. And you're being directed to manifest a baby. Manifest it on different levels. Manifest it in terms of having a plan, taking some action, but also really understanding what it is that you want. Like, How do you feel? How are you going to feel if you have whatever this is that you manifest? How will that make you feel? Like really focus on that feeling and bring it into your life now. Feel like that now and walk around like that, like you have it. Okay, one last card. Is there one last card that Spirit would like to share with Aquarius? Wow, just like, oh, you know, you're like doing this. It was like I did this and like the whole deck wanted to come out. That's a little too many messages, huh? Just one, just one. I'll see if nothing comes. Oh, something did come out. Ooh, fairy magic. Now, this is interesting because we have, oh yeah, see, there is a different way to spell fairy. I thought so. So, this is telling me that when we get to the fairy oracle deck, which is the very last part of this reading, and this is not like a clickbait saying, okay, you got to stay to the end, but there's an important message there. That's sort of like the finale. To pay attention to what the fairies tell you at the end of the reading. So have faith, the bottom of the deck. Have faith. Ooh, okay. I'm just going to keep pulling out here. I'm going to keep pulling out. What do we got here now? Oh yeah, we're going to the shaman. The shaman. So these guys will start to give you a little more information about this, you know, the mediumship, the manifest. Faith. Faith, baby. You know, the thing with faith is, so some cards came out here, but Spirit's always trying to interrupt me in the middle of a sentence. So, ooh, those look good. You got 3 cards. Oh, something on the bottom too. The thing with faith is, it's real easy to have faith in something when everything is going easy. It's, life is good. It's like, yeah, the world is a beautiful place. I have faith in love and happiness. And then, you know, that's easy to have faith. And it's easy for people to tell you to have faith when they maybe have not experienced a lot of hard stuff yet, or at least gone through what you did. They're like, have faith, have faith. You know, this is about having faith when the road is hard, the road is windy, it's tough. It's like, I really don't know when these curves are going to end kind of stuff, you know, like, have faith, have faith. So let's see what Spirit can tell us about this having faith. Now you got 3 cards. Actually, they're really good. So I'm just going to go by, they all sort of came out at the same time. I'm going to go first with the first one that I saw. So it was flow. So flow is really about almost understanding the energy that exists around you and holding it and harnessing it, you know, so that it benefits you, which is really speaking about this manifestation, right? Understanding your own feelings, emotions, desires, and being able to hold that in your hand. And have you ever done that? You know, you can feel the energy between your 2 hands. Do you feel that? I can feel, wow, it almost repels. Like it's almost like it's bouncing, almost like 2 magnets coming together. You can play with that. You can close your eyes and imagine that energy is there and it's just bouncing off your hand. And then you can almost hold it like a ball. And that's exactly, look at what she's doing. She's doing that. Start doing that. Like just start playing with energy, your energy. You're full of energy. Your whole body is electromagnetic activity, not to mention stuff that science hasn't even figured out yet. Like you have a lot of energy and start letting it flow. Let it flow. You're flowing down your river of life here. But it feels like, you know, maybe you don't have both oars in the water at the same time. Maybe you're juggling too many things. So maybe start to release some of those things that you're juggling. Did we talk about that with you guys last week? Or was it someone? Yeah, wasn't it the suitcase with the rocks? Was that you guys? It's hard to remember, like I've done 11 since then. Oh no, I actually did 12 because I did Leo and accidentally deleted it before I uploaded it. That's another story. But yeah. That's interesting that came back. So yeah, it's sort of, I'm getting this feel because you're flowing down your river and you've got your oars. Oh, but then you know, if you've ever been in a boat and you're using one oar, you start to go in a circle. You're not getting anywhere. Even if you're going down river, you might still be going down the river, but you're going to miss opportunities and shit because you're going like this down the river. So I think the message is, if you haven't pulled the rocks out of your suitcase yet, still work on that. Still pull them out so that you can have both hands on the oars and you can even at least Let the river take you down, and you can steer towards all the things that are waiting for you along the different parts of the shoreline in the river. Woo! This, you know, having one oar in, at least get your knee up and hold one of the other oars if you can, so that you're not going down the river like this. Ah! You guys are always so much fun. I love coming into your energy. Okay. Next is the wind. So now you have the wind. This is the winds of change are coming in. Good energy comes on in the wind. Messages come in through the wind. Guidance comes in through the wind, but absolutely the winds of change come in. I always love the wind, you know, when it's been so hot and muggy and yucky out, and then all of a sudden, like this, there's a shift in the weather, and you can feel, you don't even feel, you just look outside and it's like, wow, the trees are blowing. You walk outside and you can feel this cooler air front, just like a wall coming through. Like, oh, so that's almost like this, what's this feels like. So, you know, you need to get both hands on the oar, because if you were going down the river and you've got like one hand and you're going like this, round and around and around, and now the wind is picking up, so now it's getting wavy, and you're like, woo. So it feels like this is like a little bit of a message here that the winds have changed. The stuff that you want, it's coming in, but you can't handle it if you're still dealing with things that don't serve you, things that are heavy on you, things that are burdens, horrible, like unfulfilling burdens. Like, it's a bit of a burden being a parent. Anyone can tell you that, but it's fulfilling. I'm not, you know, that's not a rock that I'm going to take out of my suitcase and put back in the river. That's a rock that I'm going to continue to hold on to with me until it's ready to fly away. And then I'll probably be like, why don't you call me anymore? You never call me. So that's how that goes. Okay, so then you get the third one, the corn. This is a great time for harvest. Harvest, right? So if you have both hands, so imagine this, if you will, you're floating down that river, okay? There's your two scenarios. You got the one oar in, so, holding all these rocks that you don't need anymore. The other oar is just kind of loose there. So now you're spinning, going around in circles. The wind of change has picked up. The wind came because it was going to help guide you to this part of the shoreline that has this amazing thing that you've been trying to manifest, right? Something that you've been trying to manifest. So the wind is picked up, and along the shore is everything ready to harvest, ready to take on. And corn is so versatile. I mean, the Native Americans used corn for so many different things. It's like bread, food, and I mean, the pioneer sounds so old. The pillagers and the rapers, I'm going to just say it, that's the history. Well, not every single one of them, but you know, there's a lot of that there. They came in and they even found how, you know, useful this was. Oh, but they actually introduced the corn. This is really getting off topic. Just, okay, get back in the boat. Get back in the boat, and you're going down the shore, and you see like all this stuff that you wanted on the shore. It's like, holy shit, there's my opportunity. That's my stuff. That's my stuff. But because you're spinning in your boat, and the wind has picked up, so now it's wavy, and it's like, and it's gone. You're down. You can't go up the river. Do you know how hard it is to go up the river? If you've ever tried to work on a project or do something in life that just wasn't meant for you, you tried so hard, it didn't matter how hard you tried. It was like roadblock, dead end, wall, roadblock, dead end, wall, obstacle, frustration, anger, roadblock, exhaustion. Like, you can, because you're going up. Imagine, it's hard enough to go down that river with one oar in and the wind picking up, and now you want to try to go back up the river to get what that was? No. So I'm still working on this mediumship card. We might get more information when we go to the tarot on that. So this is really, oh wow, this is cool. What's underneath the fearless card, or what's underneath this faith card is fearless. So, you know, don't worry about dropping those rocks that don't serve you anymore, that aren't fulfilling, right? The faith, really have faith in this, because there's something along the shoreline coming up to you in your river that you've got to get to. It's there for you, right? And it's not like, well, if you miss that opportunity, well, yeah, maybe it won't come around again in this lifetime. But if it's something that's really meant for you in terms of manifestation and growing your deeper self because it's fulfilling, it'll come around in the next lifetime. But if that's when you want to wait for it, you can. But I don't know. I would think I would drop those rocks and pick up that other oar and get myself steering so I can see what in the waves, the wind is picking up because it wants to get you there faster, right? It's almost like spirit wants to get you there faster to whatever this is that you're trying to manifest. So, yeah. Ooh. Completion, that's what it was at the bottom of the deck. So completion is at the bottom of the deck. And to me, this snake is always protecting something within. I've got this in a couple of oracle decks where we have this snake with its tail and it's protecting something in here. The serpent is protecting something in here. So it's this thing that's down the river for you that you want. And look at this. We have all 4 points of direction here. North, east, south, west. So the snake is almost like he's been spinning, but now, you know what? It's coming to where you have to have both oars in. Let's stop the spinning. Now we're pointed. You've got both oars in, you're pointed to where this is going to hatch, where you're going to land and find this amazing thing. And it's the completion of this journey, the completion of this hope, this dream, the completion of a cycle that you've been in that maybe has not been working for you, or been supporting what it is that you really want and want to do with yourself. You guys are so like, yeah, like, why are you holding back? Well, I don't know. I think it was Sagittarius that had rocks in their suitcase. So it probably meant nothing to you. It was Sagittarius. Now I have an itchy nose. Oh, that was weird. Somebody have an itchy nose? Wow. Almost that feeling like when you get water up your nose. Oh my gosh. That was so weird. Oh. Did somebody jump out of the boat? What's going on here? I never told you to jump out of the boat and swim to the shore. Because it just felt like I got a whole bunch of water up my nose. You cannot jump out of the boat and swim to the... Are you kidding? There's rocks and stuff down there. You're going to hit your head and die. Stay in the damn boat. There'll be something else down the river if you missed it. Don't you jump out of the boat and try to swim back. That's just foolhardy. That is some foolhardy shit, my friend. Somebody did something because it was like out of the blue. If you swim, and then what you should do when you swim is you blow a little bit of air out your nose so that the water doesn't go up. Somebody forgot to do that. And when they jumped in to go back, or I don't know why you jumped in. Maybe you threw out something you shouldn't have thrown out, like you were figuring out what you wanted to keep and what you didn't. So you may not understand what I'm saying, because I'm thinking that with Sagittarius had stuff in their suitcase, because they're kind of those adventure people too. I know with someone who's into adventure, and you guys are like that. Like, you're very independent adventure seekers. Do your own thing in a sense anyways. So yeah, the analogy was that if your life is like, you carry all the elements of your life around with you in this suitcase, and eventually that suitcase gets a little bit full because, you've started to collect these things that you wanted in your life, that you tried to manifest, and you did. And then, but you never have taken the time to look back in that suitcase and say, wow, that thing I wanted from 20 years ago, I'm still dragging that around with me. Maybe it's this beautiful rock. That's what it was in the analogy that you'd always wanted. And, you're still keeping it in the suitcase, and it weighs a ton and it takes up a lot of space. So this other thing that's coming towards you that you really want, you have no room for. And the suitcase is getting heavy. Like, it's getting heavy, and your life is feeling like a burden and tiring and exhausting. It's because you need to drop some shit. Gosh, I wish I'd realized that with Sagittarius earlier. All those other things I said to you may have made more sense. Oh well, maybe we'll do better next week. Okay. Let's see. I always love the beginning of the week, because the energy I get from, like, I do Aquarius, Pisces, and Aries. It's always pretty good. It's pretty light. It's pretty fun. You guys are for me, you're at the beginning of the year, right? It's like, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Let's do something. And Pisces is always like, feeling the energies around me. So I get that. And then as the week goes on, it starts to get like heavier and heavier and heavier and heavier. And by Thursday, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I need to take a break. So then I do it. I come back and I'm all ready for Aquarius. So you guys get me like nice and fresh. So imagine how bad I am when I'm not fresh. Okay, so I've gone to the tarot, just in case you wanted to know what I was doing here. Because I need more space. I need a bigger space. What's going on? There's a bowl here. Okay. Yeah, let's try to see what we're getting there. I'm curious about this mediumship. I haven't had anything come out specifically about that. I know that some of you are like, oh yeah, I know what this is. Oh yeah, see? Look at that. We had a bunch of cards came out, but 2 came up face up. Oh, shoot. Oh my gosh. This is hard to hold. Wow. I dropped it 3 times. This is really hard to hold, this King of Cups. Hard to hold on to. Maybe you shouldn't be holding on to it. You guys hanging on to someone you shouldn't be hanging on to? Oh, look. Aquarius and Pisces, right? Yeah. Pisces. That is Pisces. And Pisces. Are you guys hanging on to someone that's a Pisces? Or do you have a lot of Pisces in your chart and you're hanging on to another Aquarian? That was hard to, that was weird. Like it's still, it's hard to grab onto. It's hard to grab onto, but it might be because you only have, because you have one hand on your oar and you're still trying to manage this. I don't know. Because with this, it tells me you got a lot of the dreams going on, like a lot of other things that you want to do. So I love this deck. So we have like, this is water energy, but we have Scorpio up here. So for some of you, this is like some sort of Scorpio energy that you're dealing with too. But there's so many things to choose from in here. For some of you, maybe you haven't made the right choice. There's some, you're going to know, it'll resonate with you if it's like, yeah, you know what, I've been working on that for so long and it's just not happening. Like I've put my heart and my soul into it, my deeper feelings, and it's just not happening. It's just not working. Because, you know, what I said earlier on in the reading, I lost my thought. Like, this is the weirdest reading ever. Where was I going with this? It was something that I said right on early in the reading. It's hard to hang on to. Oh, yeah, like if there's something that you know that you're going up the river, this is what it is. You know you're going up your river of life, like you're trying to swim back or row back up the river. When you keep trying to do something over and 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 over again, and it's just not getting any success. There's no success coming out of it, right? There's just no success coming out of it. And maybe it's done a little bit, and it's just enough to go, okay, I'm gonna keep trying. It's exhausting, and it just feels like that. It feels like to me, I'm getting this message, whatever this was that you were trying to do that doesn't have success in it, is just not being successful, and you have put in an effort. You've put in an effort to get success out of this. You have so many other choices coming down the river. You need maybe to drop it. You need maybe to drop it. Something about this mediumship with spirit. You know, it just seems so obvious though, but there's nothing else coming out regarding that mediumship card. What else? What can spirit tell Aquarius about? Oh, shit, yeah. It is a spirit thing. Yeah, mediumship. So mediumship with spirit. Mediumship in terms of making that magic happen. You know, really understanding, connecting with your moon energy. Connecting with, well, what's going on? Oh, okay, no, just somebody fertilizing the grass. Connecting with, and that's not my lawn. I wouldn't do that. That's not good for the environment, but that's across the street. Anyways, so you guys are the star. You guys are the star. So you're up into space with the moon, like you're decorating the moon with all your twinkly stuff, right? So dreams, I'm getting this message. Everybody has dreams. We all have dreams, but Aquarius has kind of special dreams because for me, the moon, when the moon, this isn't the moon card, but when the moon card does come out in the tarot, it's about sort of like dreams, hidden things. The priestess or the high priestess is definitely like hidden magic, but around that moon are all these beautiful little stars and even planets, but you guys are the star. So you're like the decoration around the dream. So, you know, don't settle for what might be just a typical dream is the message that I'm getting here. Don't settle for that. You have a lot to choose from because you guys are the wish. You are making the wish, making that wish come true. You know, you talk about Leo and that their energy is the sun, right? Their energy is the sun. But when, you know, I think about you guys in the tarot, the star, but the star is about making that wish and making it happen. And stars are suns far off. That's all it is, right? That's what a star is. It's it's a sun that's far away. And but it's energy that's all around. Everybody's looking at your energy every night. It's amazing. So manifest it, like really, really dig down deep and figure out what this is. What do you want to do? The deeper part of you, what do you really want to do? And I'm sorry if my nails look dirty. I was like 6 hours gardening on the weekend, and I don't wear gloves because I need to earth. I need to get into the earth and the dirt and feel it. All right. Bottom of the deck. This is going to crack you up, baby. Bottom of the deck is the Six of Swords. They're in a boat. They're going down the river. And whose symbol is on here? How freaking funny is that? This guy is just going down the boat, going down the river in his boat. And it's like, with this card for me, it always, always is, I'm just going down the river. I don't know where it's going to take me, but I know it's better than where I am now. And it's where I am now is not where I want to be. So that whole analogy, Spirit's telling me, yes, there's something coming for you down that river, but you've got to get both hands onto the oar so that you can steer it. Steer your way there. Steer your way there. Maybe that's the mediumship, in a sense, is learning to be able to fluff off what it is that doesn't serve you, to move away. Even move away from something that you've held on to a long time, like those rocks in that suitcase I talked to Sagittarius about. That wouldn't hurt to watch that video, because it feels like a very similar message to you guys. And that was Sagittarius last week. That was, you know, carrying these things around in the suitcase that just don't serve you anymore. It makes life heavy. It makes it hard to go on that new trip. You can't put any of your clothes in there. It's full of shit from all the other trips you've done in the last 40, 50, 20, 30 years. But this, you've been hanging on to it so long that it's become very heavy. It's become very heavy and it's not serving you. So we're going into the fairy deck. Now, I am still bonding with my fairy deck. I think out of all the readings I did last week, I only needed to look at the book once, just to get clarification on a message. But I kind of get my own messages from them, because I know some people will be like, but what the fairy deck, what that card really means is, no, you don't understand. So I'm a visual artist. This is how I connect with the tarot, and I'm all about storytelling. Like, my mind has got 30, 40, 50 different stories at any given time coming out. So when I see a card, sometimes there's certain things, and look at the wave. See, this is what I'm seeing again. Look at the wave. Remember I said the wind was going to pick up and start creating some waves. So you need to be ready to have both hands on the oar. Different messages come into me intuitively that may have absolutely nothing, and most of the time have absolutely nothing to do with what the artist created. It's just me and Spirit having our little communication time together. But sometimes I feel like there's just something else here, and I will go to the book because it feels like, yeah, that's what Spirit wants to tell you. So if I have to go to the book, that's why. All right. Fairies, you came up here and you told them about your fairy magic. So the platform is yours, fairies. What is it that you would like to say to Aquarius as we are exiting July and entering August? Oh, I guess we're in Leo month now, aren't we? Yeah. Leo time. Yeah, our birthdays are long gone. I'm an Aries. You're an Aquarius. We gotta wait. Like, we gotta go through a whole freaking winter. Oh! Oh, the poke. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Quick with the book. Quick with the book. Because, oh, this is really good, and I don't want to miss this. It's just going to take me a second. Yes. Okay, good. Yeah. The poke. This is the shape changer, and this is all about good. Good is bad and bad is good. So whatever this was, I'm getting this message, whatever this was that you've been working on for like a trillion years, you've just been working on it and working on it and working on it and not getting anywhere. Like this, and it's hard. It's hard to let it go because it comes from your deeper feelings. This is something that comes from your deeper feelings. It might be a relationship, or it might be some business venture that you've gone on, or maybe you moved somewhere thinking like, this is what I really wanted. And now that you're in it, it's like, oh, I don't really want this shit, but I put so much into it, I'm going to keep working on it. And it's getting heavy in the suitcase. Because the poke is asking you to look at life and see that the good is bad and the bad is good. So what you thought was good for you is actually, it's turning out to be kind of bad. And you need to maybe do something else, because there might be something coming towards you that you would maybe a few months ago few weeks ago, a few days ago, would have thought that's not good for me, that doesn't serve me. But if you look at it in a different light, having released this, you may see that it's actually good for you, and there's some sort of spiritual growth that's going to come out of it. Ooh, that's yes. Dropping this is going to feel bad for some of you, but there's actually some sort of spiritual growth that's going to feel. Now, I'm not asking you to drop something that is fulfilling, maybe has some bumps in the road, but you do get a lot of fulfillment out of it. Don't drop that. This is something that is just, you've been working on it so hard because you really thought it was good for you. This is what you needed, and it ain't, baby. It just ain't. So the poke is coming in. And that's pretty magical, to see the good in the bad and the bad in the good. That's really a wonderful way to end the reading. Oh, Tris the Rainbow. You want to see a naked lady? So this is at the bottom of the deck. So this is Tris the Rainbow. And, you know, when I see like a conglomerate of little fairies in a deck like this, well, this to me also, it's a very Empress feeling to me, like the Empress, very creative energy. Very fertile energy, in the sense that like you are coming to a shoreline where there are things that have been manifesting and growing and developing that are just for you. And there's a whole bunch of you. You're all so different, but you have this to contribute. Like we really need all this beautiful difference to make the world a wonderful place. So whatever it is that you've been, it feels like this is not you. It doesn't serve you. And you need to start going into this energy. So there you go. That was your spiritual reading, and I kind of liked it. I love the water, so it was fun going for that boat ride, but I really didn't appreciate the water up the nose at one point. Don't jump out of the boat, okay? 2 hands on the oars. And that's it, guys. So thanks a billion. Have a wonderful week. Yeah, and, you know, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for stopping by. I don't know what else to thank you for. I'm just really grateful. Just be really grateful too. You know, just work on it. It's a good thing. And we will see you next week. If you're not too busy, you know, with the oars. If you're really busy with the oars, I totally get it. If you can't come by, I will be okay with that. I'm okay with that. So, and that's the end. So thank you. Have a wonderful week, Aquarius. Toodaloo.